So, Mr. Harris, if you don't remember whether or not you were with her, is it because you were involved with more than one woman? I mean, you don't remember.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were with more than one woman at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's why you really can't say for certain who you were with on what date.
This all started when she made him her Man Crush Monday on Facebook. This led to them hooking up, but he swears they were never a couple.
To be completely honest, Your Honor, me and Mr. Harris were never in a relationship. Let's clarify that now. We're Facebook friends. Mr. Harris, I made him my Man Crush Monday. He's a good guy, hardworking, good father. We messaged back and forth on Facebook for a while. After that, we exchanged numbers.
How did he find out she was pregnant with his alleged baby? She casually texted him the news, then completely ghosted him for months on end.
She texted me and told me she was pregnant, but then she disappeared for months.
But wait, Ms. Capples coolly admits she started dating another guy while she was already pregnant with the baby she claims is Mr. Harris's.
So who's this other guy that was in the picture?
After me and Mr. Harris were done and over with.
You were already pregnant at the point you started dating the other man?
His shocking confession for not knowing the exact conception dates? He can't be sure because he was busy sleeping with multiple other women at the exact same time.
Mr. Harris, if you don't remember whether or not you were with her, is it because you were involved more than one woman? I mean, you don't remember.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you were with more than one woman at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's why you really can't say for certain who you were with on what date.
The muffin bombshell. Mr. Harris admits he didn't even know her real name, Chantery, only her nickname, Muffin, despite sleeping with her for months.
Everybody thinks my name is Muffin. What are you talking about?
Wait, no, whose real name?
I didn't know her real name.
Mr. Harris, you were sleeping with this woman for all these months and you didn't even know her name?
Not her real name.
His main reason for all this doubt? Her own best friend apparently snitched on her, telling Mr. Harris that the baby is not his.
Why do you doubt specifically?
Her best friend, she told me that the kid is not mine. On social media, I was getting messages all over people she knows, people her friends.
You said she told you the child was not yours.
She told me not too long ago that
the ultimate awkward encounter. His new girlfriend, Miss Mayfield, works at the hospital and literally ran into Ms. Capples while she was there getting her tubes tied.
I'm undergoing surgery, getting ready to have my tubes tied.
That is my job. That is my job.
Your Honor, as a woman, I would not want to be in a room with a woman that's having my boyfriend's baby.
Okay, so you were the patient. You worked the hospital, and then that was where they told you your station or where you were supposed to be. You were assigned to that.
Today, we got our stuff to do. Yes, ma'am.
He says he won't see the baby because she bans his new girlfriend. She says he only texts at 11 p.m. trying to hook up, not to see a sleeping baby.
Have you allowed him to be in Jayceon's life in the meantime? Because the baby's a year and a half now.
I did get him the opportunity, but he was always working. So if you're at work, then my baby's at home with her.
That's when he wrote you, though, at nighttime.
Trying to sleep, 10 o'clock at night. What do you want to come over and watch sleep?
But that's when he got off. That's the time he got.
Him if you want to see him sleep.
All right.
Do you want to come over for me?
Was like that.
The courtroom is on pins and needles. Will Mr. Harris be proven the father, or was he just another one of Muffin's many muffins?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Harris, you are not the father.
Thank you.
And so then she was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. And then she called me back, and then she was like, are you doing this because of his girlfriend, Savannah? And I was like, what does she have to do with my pregnancy? And then she was like, because that's who he's dating now, and she's pregnant also. I was like, well, that has nothing to do with my baby.
My grandson.
This teenage romance spectacularly imploded a week before prom. She claims he was too immature, but he says his mom caught her getting shady texts from another guy.
Ms. Jones, where did your relationship with the defendant go wrong?
Well, Your Honor, he was so immature that I had to break it off with him a week before prom. He let everybody in his ear. He doesn't have a brain for himself.
And how did they get busted? His 15-year-old sister was innocently playing on her phone and saw texts from a dude asking if she had a good time last night.
Because me and my daughter were text messages coming through your phone.
What text messages?
The one about the gentleman asking about, did y'all have a good time last night?
It wasn't a text message on my phone.
When my 14-year-old daughter was sitting there?
Because she used to let my daughter use her phone like to play on. My daughter's like, she's 15 now, but she would let her use the phone at my house, sitting on my couch, because she—
No.
But get this, she kept her pregnancy a complete secret from his family until she was already 8 months along. Her excuse? She was scared of their constant drama.
I found out June 3rd that I was pregnant. And then once I scheduled the date for my actual appointment to see how far along I was a whole month. That's when I decided that I didn't know if I was gonna tell them because of all the drama that I went through with being with him. I knew that they were probably gonna deny my baby. I told them when I was 8 months, because
told them when you were 8 months?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom.
When she finally called to reveal her secret, his mom dropped a bomb of her own. His new girlfriend, Savannah, was also pregnant at the exact same time.
And so then she was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. And then she called me back, and then she was like, are you doing this because of his girlfriend, Savannah? And I was like, what does she have to do with my pregnancy? And then she was like, because that's who he's dating now, and she's pregnant also. I was like, well, that has nothing to do with my baby.
My grandson.
So now this 18-year-old dude has 2 girls pregnant at once. His mom's pathetic excuse? If they knew about the first one, maybe he wouldn't have did the second one.
Wait, another girl pregnant?
Yeah, she didn't tell me until she found out she was pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor, that's how it happened.
How the heck I'm gonna know she's
Facebook,
pregnant? And how I
he
know
was
you was
6 weeks
dating her?
pregnant, all of a sudden the phone call came.
And you 18
And that
years
he was
old
dating her.
with 2 girls pregnant at the same time.
Well, if you would have known the first one, maybe he wouldn't have did the second one.
The drama goes public. A manager at her job allegedly told his mom that Ms. Jones was running around claiming multiple men were potential fathers.
She
So
was
why
like,
did the coworker say somebody else was the baby daddy?
what coworker?
Manager said,
The guys that she's claiming to be her baby daddy.
Miss Hasty worked at, one of the managers came in and saw Mr. Houston or my son and said that, is that one of the guys that Miss Jones is claiming to be her baby's father, because I guess he's one of the few.
Enter the new girlfriend, Savannah. She testifies that her manager also pointed out another guy who Ms. Jones had allegedly told was the father too.
When you were working, a coworker told you something about Ms. Jones.
My manager did. He seen Nigel come in and he said, is this the dude that dated Nakisha? And I said, yeah, that's him. And he was like, the dude told me, and that's over there skinny. He pointed him out to me and was like that she told him that he was the father of her child too.
Mr. Houston has been a devoted dad to his new 6-week-old baby with Savannah, but has never even seen 6-month-old Lyric. Talk about playing favorites.
Mr. Houston, have you played any role in Lyric's life thus far? None. Have you seen him?
no.
Now we've got 2 children. Miss Hasty's had a baby, you have a baby. Miss Hasty, is Mr. Houston involved in your child's life?
Yes,
How old is your baby?
6 weeks.
Was he there for the birth?
Yes,
Is he on the birth certificate?
yes.
So you've been there for this baby.
Yeah.
Judge Lake completely loses it, calling them all out for being babies having babies, saying she can't tell who's the parent and who's the child.
It's the scene is playing out as to why babies don't need to have babies.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
True.
I mean, it's just
true.
playing out.
That's true.
You all are a living PSA. No, really, for everyone to see, this is just so sad. And it's just so disrespectful on so many levels. If I closed my eyes, I wouldn't know who was the parent and who was the child.
The ultimate kicker? This 18-year-old potential father of 2 doesn't even have a job. How does he possibly plan on supporting either of these babies?
You've not gotten 1 dime of support from Mr. Houston.
No, ma'am.
You admittedly haven't sent any money. Do you have a job?
No. I go to school.
What about after school? How in the world do you think you making babies in this world and don't have a job? Who's supposed to take care of them? Me?
Judge Lake holds the envelope. Is this jobless 18-year-old about to be officially named a father of 2, or was Ms. Jones's post-prom drama all for nothing?
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Houston, you are the father.
Boom! Yeah.
Miss Jones?
Just too many times where she slept with people. Then the one time she had texted my phone and said that she had another confession. She wanted me to meet her at the grocery store, and she started to cry. And what she says to me is that while I was gone for a few months or whatnot, she slept with a guy and caught 2 diseases.
Ms. Ramos is irate that her ex-fiancé, Mr. Edwards, is denying their baby, but he says she changed her due date to cover her own dirty deeds.
Ms. Ramos, you are in court to prove that your ex-fiancé, Mr. Edwards, fathered your 1-month-old son, Xavier. You claim that after sharing your news that you were pregnant with his baby, women he was secretly cheating with started coming out of the woodwork trying to convince him he's not the dad.
The first bombshell drops. Mr. Edwards claims that when Ms. Ramos was already 1 month pregnant, she went and slept with one of his own relatives.
And so at what point do you find out she cheated?
Well, at the beginning, when she was at least like a month pregnant, that's when she had slept with a relative of mine.
I disagree. It's not even a blood relative, first of all.
Her absolutely bizarre defense for sleeping with his relative? She claims she wasn't fully asleep, but also wasn't going to reject it. What does that even mean?
You were sleeping and someone had sex with you, but you slept through the entire thing?
First of all, no. Actually, I've been broke up with that ex in June, a whole month before me and him even got reunited. So yes, while I was sleeping, he did start getting into me. No, I wasn't fully asleep, but I actually was not trying to really participate.
Bombshell number 2. At a grocery store, she tearfully confessed to Edwards that she slept with another ex and caught 2 diseases while pregnant.
Just too many times where she slept with people. Then the one time she had texted my phone and said that she had another confession. She wanted me to meet her at the grocery store, and she started to cry. And what she says to me is that while I was gone for a few months or whatnot, she slept with a guy and caught 2 diseases.
Despite all this unbelievable, unforgivable chaos, Mr. Edwards actually got down on one knee and proposed to her because he wanted to be something better for the baby.
Which was, we didn't grow up with both of our parents. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a full, complete family growing up. And we both decided that we wanted to have a complete family. He asked me to marry him.
So after all this, Mr. Edwards, you agreed to marry Ramos? You asked her to marry you?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Even though he proposed and was there for the baby's birth, he admits that while holding the newborn for photos, he was secretly thinking, whose baby is this?
Mr. Edwards, you look pretty happy.
It's just like him. That's what hurt. That's what.
And Ms. Ramos, this upsets you.
It upsets me very bad.
Jerome, I want you to give Mr. Edwards a close-up look at this picture. I'm looking at these pictures presented to the court. Sure. That doesn't look like a look of doubt. You look like a happy dad in those pictures. What are you thinking in that moment?
Whose baby is this?
Really?
But wait, he still told her to give the baby his last name, even though he flat out refused to sign the birth certificate. Talk about sending mixed signals.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate, you still gave Xavier his last name?
Because him and his father told me to give him his last name. They were both there.
I did tell her to give the child my last name.
Enter the bombshell witness. She takes the stand and claims a rumor was going around that Ms. Ramos was already pregnant by someone else before she even met Edwards.
When he said she was pregnant, it was already a rumor going around that she was pregnant before they started talking by somebody else.
Disagree.
Everybody knew about it.
The ultimate plot twist. Ms. Ramos casually reveals she's now engaged to a completely new man and is getting married next month. This, just weeks after having Edwards at the hospital.
Are you all still trying to be together?
No, I broke up. No, Your
birthday.
Honor. Actually, no, I'm engaged and about to get ready to get married next month. He's irrelevant to the case.
Judge Lake holds the envelope that will decide everything. Will Mr. Edwards be proven the dad and forever trapped in this mess? Or will his bombshell witness get the last laugh?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Edwards, you are the father.
Thank you. I want you to apologize to our son.
I was because at the end of the day, I went hard for I put myself in bad situations for this girl right here. You feel me? So yeah, I was hurt. So I went out there, I was super cheating.
Right.
I was super cheating. You feel me?
You come back with 2 transies, right?
Super sleep. I was cheating with everybody and anybody. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you. Because at the point, I'm like, all right, this relationship ain't not going over.
She claims he's denying their son just to live the single life. He says she cheated numerous times, and he has more evidence than this court has ever seen.
Ms. McIntyre, you and your mother stand before me claiming that you are 100% certain that Mr. Wilson is your 3-year-old son, Jashawn's biological father. Evidence than this court has ever seen before to prove that Ms. McIntyre cheated on you numerous times, and therefore you are not her son's father.
The catfish. She says she fell for a cute guy on Facebook, but when he got off the bus, she wanted him to go back. It was not the same man.
We was talking on Facebook. He shared a couple of pictures with me. He shared a picture like this. I thought he was very cute. He said he was gonna take care of me and my daughter. So we finally wanted to meet up, and when he got off the bus, I seen this. He catfished me. I did not expect this getting off the bus, no. I wanted him to go back. I did not expect this at all.
His legendary defense for the alleged catfish? I'm hot. Why I need to catfish somebody? He arrogantly declares, before admitting, bam, there go a baby.
Did you try to catfish her, Mr. Wilson?
No, lie. I'm sexy. Why I need to catfish somebody?
Right.
Is you serious? You saw what you saw. You felt to go with what you wanted to see. We made it happen, and then bam.
Oh, you
that's
made
where
what
it was.
happened? What happened?
Point blank period.
And then bam, what? Bam made a baby?
Yeah,
bam, we made a baby.
But the origin story gets even messier. He claims he was actually messing with her family member first, which is how she even came into the picture.
That's the thing.
To be girlfriend and boyfriend?
Facebook was never part of the picture. That's the thing. She met me in person, real life, through a family member.
How?
Because I was messing with one of her family members, since we want to get technical.
Okay, that's what I meant. Ratchet.
I was messing with one of her family members, Miss McIntyre, into the picture.
He completely missed the birth of his alleged son. Her excuse for him? He didn't have a ride. His excuse? She didn't call him until after the baby was born.
Did you tell Mr. Wilson?
Not until after the fact. They claim that they didn't have no way.
Are you serious?
They called me after the fact he was conceived. I wasn't at the hospital.
No, he was not at the hospital because
none of that, because they didn't want me to be there.
He didn't have.
Period. For real,
That was
'cause he
his
said
excuse.
they claim
He didn't have a ride. I called him.
after the fact,
I
though.
called him when she was in labor.
Never.
His doubt truly ignited when her family and friends started snitching that she was messing around with another guy he personally knew face to face.
Because I have got texts from family members, people getting their feelings, and that's what I love about people, because people getting their feelings get mad. That's when true stories come out.
What are the true stories?
Supposedly, I got texts that somebody that I personally knew face to face was messing around with Miss McIntyre around the same time.
His epic, unhinged confession: after he thought she cheated, he went super cheating with everybody and anybody. Boys, girls, whatever, transies, all that.
I was like, cause at the end of the day, I went hard for I put myself in bad situations for this girl right here. You feel me? So yeah, I was hurt. So I went out there, I was super cheating. I was super cheating.
With every transies, right?
I was
That day when I was
super
asleep?
cheating
Yeah, you
with
can't hear that.
everybody
You can't
and
hear that.
anybody. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be real with you.
Then she went ghost and disappeared for 4 months. He literally brought a homemade calendar with little ghosts on it to show all the months she was missing in action.
January, I totally disagree with this, cause we kind of didn't really start making it happen till way after my birthday, which is on March 22nd. But since she said she was on January, we gonna fall with that, all right? So boom, she was gone May. Let's put it right there, ghost. Didn't know where to find Teresa. I'm hearing her line, not getting no texts. All righty, I'm letting it be what it's gonna be.
There.
Judge Lake perfectly and hilariously sums up this entire insane case as the catfish goes Casper. But will Casper be revealed as the father?
So basically, this is a case of the catfish goes Casper.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Despite all the drama, he claims he still hasn't done anything for Jay Sean, because I really don't think Jay Sean mind. Will his ghost calendar prove his case?
And I don't even remember diapers.
Mr. Wilson, you haven't done anything for Jay Sean.
No.
Nope.
Why?
I really don't think Jay Sean minds. Jay Sean looks nothing like me.
Judge Lake has the envelope. Is the self-proclaimed hot catfish actually the dad? Or did she find a new man during her 4 mysterious months as Casper the Ghost?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Wilson, you are his father.
Told you. Told
That's all
you.
I needed to know.
Well, I decided to engage her.
Yeah.
But then you were going to accept Camilla as your daughter.
I mean, I
Yes.
would think so.
Up until recently, I'm at work and I have people coming up to me like, hey, you know, your girlfriend was with this guy at this time.
What do people at work know about your business?
I publicly display my daughter, and everybody, community pretty much knows Maria was with that other guy a long time.
This couple's wedding is on the line. If the DNA proves Mr. Johnson isn't baby Camilla's dad, he swears he's leaving and never look back.
Mr. Johnson, you claim you are here today with a relationship on the line. Now, you are convinced your fiance's 8-month-old daughter, Camilla, was fathered by her ex-boyfriend and not you. If the DNA results prove your deepest fears are true, you say you plan to leave her and never look back.
Their romance started while they were both cheating on other people. They hooked up for 2 weeks, then she immediately went back to her ex-boyfriend.
Well, Your Honor, it starts maybe 3 years ago. I met Maria at my job. My ex-girlfriend brought her over there. First time I seen her, I fell in love, I'm not gonna lie. She sort of had like a glow around her. She had a boyfriend at the time, and I had a girlfriend at the time, so I never really talked to her. Months went by, and me and my girlfriend broke up. Just so happened her and her boyfriend broke up. She invited me to some party. I never showed up because I thought my ex-girlfriend was gonna be there.
Ms. Quintero brazenly admits she had unprotected relations with her ex. Now she's back with Mr. Johnson, pregnant, and has no idea who the real father is.
So you hung out for a while longer.
Yeah.
Did you hang out in the bedroom?
We did have sex, yeah.
All right, so you had sex with the ex.
Yeah.
So during the window of conception, did you have sex with Mr. Johnson and your ex?
Yeah.
Okay, so
The calendar of chaos is exposed. The conception window lands right when she was juggling both men, but she tries to save herself by claiming the baby was born a month and a half early.
It just states when Cammie was born. The 2 months at the top is midway when me and Maria started talking in March, and February was the month when she was with her ex.
your daughter Camilla was born on the 6th of November.
Yes.
And outlined in green is the time she, Ms. Quintero, was intimate with her ex.
Yeah.
During the time you say she was with.
The great condom debate begins. Mr. Johnson swears he used a condom. She fires back that he didn't use one every time because they would drink. Forget to use a condom.
I used a condom when we had sex. That was one of the things that were puzzling me around the whole pregnancy thing, because it was just so
he didn't
close.
use the condom every time we had sex because we would drink, forget to use a condom, and it goes from there.
Despite his intense, swirling doubts about paternity, He was there for the baby's birth and signed the birth certificate because he felt pressured by her family.
All right, so you participated.
Yes.
And you were there for the birth.
Yes.
Did you sign the birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor.
In your mind, during this time, you said to yourself, I'm gonna take on this responsibility. I believe this baby is mine, or?
The time I get with him for about 2 to 3 weeks, I get pregnant, but yet me and you just got together and I get pregnant, so it's like, really? Honestly, I have doubts, yes I do.
These two actually got engaged while this massive paternity question was looming over them. But now, people at his job are gossiping that the baby isn't his.
Well, I decided to engage her.
Yeah.
But then you were going to accept Camilla as your daughter.
I mean, I would think so.
Up until recently, I'm at work and I have people coming up to me like, hey, you know, your girlfriend was with this guy at this time.
What do people at work know about your business?
I publicly display my daughter, and everybody, community pretty much knows Maria was with that other guy a long time.
He once commented on social media that he can't deny baby Camilla looks like him. Now in court, he insists he sees no comparison with me at all. Which is it?
This is a post.
Yeah.
Look at the mouth, laugh out loud. That's you all day, bro.
Yes, that's my sister.
You write back, wow, well, I can't deny it.
Your Honor, I
She's
just don't
looking
see
a lot like
any
me.
comparison with me at all.
I mean, not
at all.
now,
Like,
but she
anything
did.
with me,
You don't see any
comparison.
resemblance.
No, at all.
His lame excuse for talking to other women? They're just his plan B because she kept jumping back and forth to her ex. She reveals she took her engagement ring off just days ago.
As far as the other girls go, I was sort of just using a plan B. I mean, it may sound a little rude and come off a little wrong.
I mean,
but it was like, kept jumping back and forth from me to her ex.
I
So it
took
was
my
like,
engagement ring
what am I
off
supposed to
because
do?
we've been having a lot of issues lately of him talking to other girls. It's just like, what, it was not a couple of days ago that I got caught him talking to another girl, telling her that he doesn't know about me and him anymore.
The courtroom waits for the verdict. Is he the dad, or is he about to kick rocks and leave Ms. Quintero and her baby for good?
8-month-old Camilla Johnson. Mr. Johnson, you are her father. Well, Miss Casey.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been told for over 25 years that Otis Hawkins, the man you believe to be your father, was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you.
For over 25 years, Ms. Case's mother told her a horrific lie, that her father, Otis Hawkins, was brutally shot in the head and killed by his own brother.
Miss Casey, you say that for more than 25 years, your mother has told you that a deceased man who is listed on your birth certificate is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
I called his cousin to see did she want to spend time with Laconda, and she informed me then that he had been shot in the head by his brother and he was deceased.
But wait, there's more drama. Another man, Mr. Edwards, who is already her older sister's father, has now come forward convinced he is her real dad.
Now another man, Mr. Edwards, is claiming he is your biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Edwards is your older sister's father.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Adding to the chaos, Ms. Casey is Caucasian, but both potential fathers are African American. Is she even related to any of these people?
That gentleman is Mr. Hawkins and Mr. Edwards are African American. She is Caucasian. Everyone said I look Puerto Rican, which is Mexican or something. How is that possible if both of them is African American? So it's kind of confusing to me growing up not knowing where I'm from.
The biggest shock in paternity court history, Judge Lake reveals to a stunned Ms. Casey that her dead father, Otis Hawkins, is alive and in the building.
Well, Miss Casey.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been told for over 25 years that Otis Hawkins, the man you believe to be your father, was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you.
The dead man, Mr. Hawkins, dramatically walks into the courtroom. He brings a framed photo of baby Casey that he has cherished over his bed for 27 years.
That Otis Hawkins, the man you believe to be your father, was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you into the courtroom. You need to sit down? You okay?
You go up to the witness stand.
Oh my God, Laconda, there's your room.
So who lied about him being murdered? The mother, Ms. Ewing, swears she was just repeating what she was told. But did she invent this entire gruesome story?
Did you make up the story about hearing that he had been shot and killed?
No, I did not make up that story. That's what I was told before I left San Diego to move back to Long Beach. That's what I was told.
Okay.
With 2 potential dads now in court, her sister's father and the man who came back from the dead, the first DNA results for Mr. Edwards are about to be read.
In the case of Casey versus Ewing, Edwards, Hawkins, pertaining to whether Mr. Edwards is the father of Ms. Casey, Mr. Edwards, you are not her father.
Now for Mr. Hawkins, the man who kept her picture for 27 agonizing years. Is this the heartwarming father-daughter reunion she's waited 3 decades for? Or is another shock coming?
In the case of Casey versus Ewing, Edwards, Hawkins, pertaining to whether Mr. Hawkins is the father of Ms. Casey, Mr. Hawkins, you are not her father.
With both men shockingly ruled out as her father, a devastated Ms. Casey is left completely fatherless. Again, Judge Lake demands from the mother, do you know who her father is?
Do you know who her father is?
Yeah, I do.
And it's
his brother.
Mr. Hawkins' brother?
Whoa, didn't see that coming.